Hello everyone, this is part 3 on our series of Bunkai looking at applications of JUJI UKE. JUJI UKE in English is most commonly translated as X-block or cross-block, although we're going to do some applications that aren't using it as a block. So the last 2 weeks we looked at applications from the same sequence, same movement from Pinyan Yondan, one that was an application for an armbar and one that was an application for a strangle, which you can have a look at in the comments below, so I'll put links down there. This week, I'm not going to focus on one specific movement from a kata, I'm just going to focus on the movement of JUJI UKE. I have 2 kata in mind that I think of and use this particular application for. So what I'd like this week is if you can think of what kata and which particular movements and how you would get into this movement, I want you to put it in the comments below and get a bit more of a discussion going, because I think that would be really great. So if you're new to the channel, we do videos every Friday, so please get subscribed to get them straight to your box. So let's get on with it. So a little bit of theory first, just looking at the nerves of the arm. So within the arm, there are 5 nerves, okay? 2 of which sort of stop in the upper arm, more or less, and 3 of which we are largely concerned with in the lower part of the arm. So very broadly speaking, you have one that runs down the outside edge, the little finger edge of the arm, one in the centre, and one on this side. So the one on this, the little finger edge, is the ulnar nerve. The one in the middle is the median nerve, and the one on the inside is the radial nerve. Now, because of its position, the median nerve is pretty inaccessible and for any kind of combat, because the only way you can really access it is by pushing the muscle and direct pressure into the nerve, which has very little useful effect. So particularly if you've got someone with a lot of muscle or a lot of fat, attacking the median nerve is basically a waste of time as far as combat is concerned. There are techniques that we can put pressure on the radial nerve or the ulnar nerve. In this particular case, we're going to attack the radial nerve on the inside. Okay. Obviously, bear in mind when you're attacking the nerves that depending on the person, depending on the amount of muscle and things like that, the muscle may be protecting the nerve, so you may have to push the muscle slightly out to get it, and depending on how bony that person is will also depend upon how much pressure it's easy to apply. If they've got a very thick arm, that's going to be very different. If you've got someone that's very bony and the nerve is in direct contact with the bone, it's a lot easier to create a lot more pressure. Okay? So I'm just going to do this with a nice simple push. So the push comes in, you can strike, and we're going to come through to here with our X block. Now I've got the arm so that the radial nerve is here, and we're going to put pressure on that by turning and rotating, right? And that is where we've got our attack, right, into the nerve. From there I'm going to use this to take him down. Because I've got a lot of leverage, I'm going to use the body to bring him down. Then I'm going to pass over the head, and I'm just going to keep it as simple as hitting him and moving up. Obviously you can easily progress into round fighting. Right? So as the push comes, turn the body, hit, come in. I've got the pressure, down, turn, hit, and then back off. So we actually have 2 applications of JUJI UKE in this. The first one being here, so the position of the arm being crossed, so I'm going to pull both my arms in, right, and I'm stopping at a certain point because of the pain, but if I just keep pulling this in, then I get the submission, right, but I don't need that for the control. So I'm going to bring the arms into the body, and I'm going to rotate this arm out into the nerve. I can obviously headbutt, right. When I do the next move, I don't want to just do it with my arms, it must be my body to bring my opponent down. Now if he rolls straight away, that's different, then I don't have to worry about my bit. I'm going to assume that he's going to try and stop himself. I'm going to assume that he's not trained, and his instinct is going to be to put that hand out. So then the arm comes over the back of the head, and I feed the other arm through. Again, with the arms crossed, like JUJI UKE. Then I'm going to feed this arm through and use this leverage to spin. I can obviously hit with the hand, or I've got the knee that I can come in with. I can slip through, slide into JUJI UKE, which remember is crossed over arm lock, right? Or arm bar. So one more time. So as the push comes, move, hit, come in, pull into the body, headbutt, down, circle, in. Whatever finish you want to do from here is fair game. And if you just want to push, pin, and back off, then that's absolutely fine. Okay? So the challenge this week, guys, is in which kata would you use either of those 2 applications? Put your thoughts in the comments below and tell me what you think. Next week we're going to look at a couple of more random applications of JUJI UKE rather than one particular one. We're going to look at how we can use it as a block and also one particular application for when you're on the ground in Kata. See you next week.